Wuthering Waves just had its anniversary live stream as well as the version 3.3 preview, and I want to give my thoughts on it, go over what we learned in the live stream, and just talk about it, I guess. Let's go ahead and get started. So, how did I feel about the live stream? It's really I'm still struggling to get my I'm still struggling to think about how I feel about it, because most of the live stream, it just felt like a regular patch live stream with some anniversary stuff tagged at the end. There wasn't anything like there wasn't anything too insane like the character, like the multi-character banner we had in the first anniversary. I think Kuro Games, I think they don't want to do something like that again, and they decided not to include it. Let's just go over everything first, and I'll see how I feel at the end. Anyway, the overview. So of course we're going to get 20 pulls. The first 10 are going to come when the version launches, and the next 10 will come when the anniversary date happens. So I don't think the second 10 pull is going to last until Hiyuki's banner. So I think this will come during Denio's banner. Well, I'll see when we get to the banner information. But yeah, 20 pulls, 10 solvents. I don't really use the solvents that much, but hey, there we go. And we have a whole bunch of collabs coming. Participate in the anniversary celebration event to win second anniversary coins and use them to unlock various rewards. I don't know if this isn't a spending event or anything like that. This is just do these events, get these rewards. And of course, we have the Gilded Night Market coming back. That was the quote-unquote spending event we got in the first anniversary, and now it is back in the second anniversary, this time with Denio. And there are various awards like pulls, cubes, accessories, and all this other stuff, and the shiny forms of the echoes. In case you missed any of them, you can now get them. And of course, the top-up bonus reset. As per every anniversary, we get a top-up bonus reset. Very cool. And also, we get Mornier's skin. She is finally getting a new... Well, we are finally getting a new skin, and this time it is Mornier. The skin preview looks pretty great. This outfit looks very different from her regular outfit, which is really, really good. The past skins we had, they were just too similar to the regular characters' outfits that it didn't really feel like they didn't really feel worth getting. Especially Zani's skin. That was the last one we got, and hers felt a little too similar to her base attire, which is crazy because she's wearing a sweater instead of a dress shirt, but it just felt so familiar, especially because she still had the cape thing on. I think if they got rid of that, the skin could have worked. Also, the color palette that they chose it's different from what she usually has, but it wasn't different enough. So that was also another reason why I personally didn't like the skin. I didn't like the Zani skin they had in 2.8. Yeah, this one actually looks different enough for what Mornier usually wears to where I feel like it is a skin worth getting. I might actually get this one. And also, we have a chassis set for the bike. The bike's going through some crazy quality of life. I don't know if it's mentioned here, but I'll just talk about it at the end if there isn't anything. Anyway, you could buy that. There was also this, which is the Waves line background. So you could buy that too. Anyway, for the special events, we have the pinball event. I don't really care about the pinball event, and we'll discuss why in a little bit. The gifts of Starlight, of course, the usual. This, on top of everything else we're getting, it is pretty huge. Now, this is the big one. This is crazy. This is why I don't give a shit about the pinball event. I don't care about that Mickey Mouse event, because you know why? The Depths of the Elusive Realm is fucking back, man. Oh my god, it's been years. For those who joined after 2.0, the Depths of the Elusive Realm was basically like the simulated universe, or the I don't know what Genshin has, but in HSR, it's the simulated universe. But this one felt a lot better, because this was a more like roguelike mode, and it was so awesome, so great. Everyone was looking forward to the day Alto was finally added to this, but it never came because they got rid of Elusive Realm when 2.0 happened. Yeah, we have Dreaming Deep. Yeah, we have the weekly stuff, but it just doesn't hit the same. It's good to have Elusive Realm back. This is my jam right here. I cannot wait. I am actually excited for something in this patch, and it is the Elusive Realm. The QB Derby is back, this time with all the 2.x guys, and we also see Ferlova there too, and Augusta and Yuno. So yeah, make sure your favorite waifu cube ends up in first place. And we also have a bunch of livery collabs. We got one for Resident Evil, Angry Birds, Kaiju number 8. And in part 2, Pragmata, Riders Republic, and Haikyuu. The only IPs here I know about are Resident Evil, Angry Birds, Pragmata, and that's it. I don't know about Kaiju number 8, and I have no idea what a Haikyuu is. And I don't know what Riders Republic is either. But if you're fans of those, yeah, go ahead and get them. Also, they're adding a new feature called accessories. Characters will have exclusive accessories that they can equip, like the one here with Imith. Hiyuki also gets one as well, and Denia gets one as well. The motorbike livery showcase, they already showed this off, and there's another one that we get for the anniversary. And of course, there is the Mornier outfit. And I think that's pretty much it for the website, but there was a bunch of other things they showed off too. Okay, there isn't anything new, but they did cover some huge quality of life. The first major one they covered was the UI. The UI is getting a complete and total overhaul. It's getting some adjusted colors, some effects, and some other crazy stuff, which is very cool. Also, the weapons, when we pull in the weapons, they'll now have special animations too. So far, it's just for Hiyuki and Denia, but they did say they will add them for upcoming Resonators and past Resonators as well. So, if you haven't gotten a weapon or a character yet, you might see that special animation for them. So that is also very cool. Also, they talked about the performance issues and the storage issues that people have been having lately, and they did say that they are indeed working on it as well. So there's no need to worry about that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Allow me to check Discord. Maybe there's some stuff on Discord. Ah, yes, there is something here. So we have the World Tour that is coming up. They're going to be playing the soundtrack at these locations. So if you're excited for that, if you're able to go on ahead. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's everything from the live stream, from the anniversary live stream. At the end of the day, it felt like just like a felt like just more of the same. Is the usual patch live stream, but with some extra anniversary goodies at the end. Me personally, I was expecting we were going to get a teaser of the Cyberpunk collab, but I guess that didn't happen. So I guess we're waiting until 3.4 or whenever it's going to come out. So aside from that, this was pretty okay. It wasn't anything too crazy. The most exciting thing for me is the elusive realm coming back, but your mileage may vary. I have no idea what the leaks were on about this time around. I don't really pay attention to leaks. So I don't know if there was anything crazy that was meant to be announced but didn't get announced. So it's nothing like the first anniversary. First anniversary had some wild ass leaks. Everyone remembers free Chacona, free 5-star selector, and none of that shit happened. So it looks like either Kuro has kept things closer to the chest this time, or there's not as many trolls around to feed false information. So either way, that is it for the live stream, and that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all around. Later.